single day, new content creators join YouTube and upload their first video, expecting to get hundreds of views and comments, only for nothing to happen. And this isn't because your first video is gonna suck or because these creators don't have what it takes to be big. YouTube is massive and confusing and complicated, and a lot of what goes into making a video or a channel go viral happens behind the scenes. And because of this, as a viewer, it can feel like not a lot goes into YouTube or not a lot of work is required. But then when nothing happens, it can get discouraging. Because of this, I devised what the top 10 mistakes are that new YouTubers make that can seriously harm your platform growth. But being told what you're doing wrong sucks, and it doesn't help you. What does help you is figuring out what the problem is and understanding how to avoid it, or better yet, how to fix it. My name is Caleb from Caleb Creators Home Base, and in this video I'm going to break down the top 10 mistakes that new YouTubers make and show you how they can be easily avoidable. So if you guys are ready, let's jump right on into it. Number one, I wanted to start us off with the most common mistake that I see new YouTubers make that can be the difference between being a YouTuber and being someone who tried YouTube once and then gave up, and that's variety. If you look around on the platform, you'll see that there are big YouTubers out there that seem to post about anything, like they're posting about their main content, about their life, response videos, and updates. And from the naked eye, it can seem like that's what you're supposed to do to grow your YouTube channel. You post about everything, right? But that's not actually how it works. The fact of the matter is that these big channels can post about anything because they're big. They've spent years building up their audience of people who know them and are interested in their lives, so that they can post about something that's not their normal content and it will still do well. But when you're a new YouTube channel and not a lot of people know about you and are not invested in your life yet, that is not the case. There's just simply not the interest built up yet in order to support those kind of videos. Think about it this way, everyone likes different things, so the same person who likes watching your video about going to the beach is not going to be the same person who likes watching your Overwatch 2 gameplay. Likewise, the person who likes watching your house cleaning project is not going to like snowboard tutorials. By creating videos around everything that you like and having a massive variety in content, you're actually severely limiting the amount of people that see your videos. Because of having that variety, YouTube won't know who to show your videos to, which means when it does show your videos to people, it'll be the wrong people who won't even click on your videos in the first place. But by narrowing it down, like picking one genre, topic, or category, like gaming, then YouTube knows exactly to show your gaming videos to people who are interested in gaming. And by making it even more specific, like adding a niche inside of your genre, like making only Overwatch 2 gameplay videos, then YouTube's gonna know that people who like watching Overwatch 2 gameplay videos are gonna like watching your videos too. A common misconception that new YouTubers have is that by narrowing down the variety of content you make, that you're lowering your chance of how many views you're gonna get. But YouTube is a massive platform with more than 2.6 million active users a month. You're not running out of an audience. But by narrowing down your genre and niche and focusing on a specific topic, then that means anyone who likes one video of yours will like every video of yours. What this means is that instead of having one viewer who watches your video and then never looks at your channel or any of your other videos again, you'll instead have a viewer who watches one video and then binge watches another 7, subscribes, and can't wait for the next video to come out. People who watch more than one of your videos and continually keep coming back are what YouTube calls return viewers, and the algorithm looks highly favorably on these. When you have a lot of return viewers watching multiple videos, YouTube will boost your content more, getting it more views, likes, and subscribers. Going along with variety is the variety in video lengths. Having small variety in video lengths between like 5 to 10 minutes is fine in most genres, but the problem comes in when you're having a massive variety in how long each of your videos are. Because similar to how one person who likes watching cleaning videos won't like watching snowboarding tutorials, it's the same if someone who likes to watch 5-minute videos won't like watching 2-hour-long videos. And by keeping your videos around the same length, it means that your viewer will know what to expect from you, and they're more likely to become a return viewer, which will not just boost that video, but will boost your entire account. Number 2 is consistency. Every social media app has a specific time of day and specific days of the week that have the most amount of active viewers, and YouTube is no exception. A lot of times, newer YouTubers will post a video whenever they get finished making it, whenever they have an idea for it, or whenever they remember to. But because of this, it means most of the time when newer content creators are posting, they're actually posting during dead hours. The first few hours that a video goes live on YouTube is when YouTube pushes it the most, then going out to the first 24 hours. So it's very important that when you're posting a video that you're posting during prime times and prime days. For YouTube, their most active days are Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays from between 2 to 3 p.m. and 5 to 9 p.m. And for posting on any other day that's not those days, it's better to post between 4 to 6 p.m. Another thing you need to look into is frequency. Every genre has a different amount of what's considered normal for how often you post, but whatever you end up doing, you need to make sure you stay consistent. YouTube's algorithm rewards consistency by pushing your videos more, and viewers are more likely to look on your channel if they know exactly when they can expect a new video to come out, which again makes more return viewers that again makes the algorithm want to post your videos more. An example of this is if you have a video go up every Friday at 2:30 p.m. However often you post, whatever day you post, and what time you post, whatever you do, just make sure you stay as consistent and close to the same time as possible. This is obviously going to be different for every genre, but across YouTube it's standard to post a video a week, but you can still get good results even if you post only one video a month, but you can get even the best results if you post 3 videos a week. The third mistake is audience. Now, this one usually comes into play simply because it was easy to think it was already taken care of or feel like it was second nature. A lot of times newer YouTubers think that, well, my audience is me, so if I would like it, that means my viewers would like it too. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Similar to how you need to know your genre or niche in order to make your videos around, you also need to know what audience you're making your videos for. But to go even further with this is to have something that's called a viewer persona. A viewer persona is a single person who is the perfect target audience for the kind of videos that you want to create. Like if you're making travel content, then this viewer will be someone who travels a lot and is always planning on going on their next trip. This can be a real person that you know, or even just a person that you made up. It's good to have a set of questions that you can have your viewer persona answer so that they feel like a real person. This will make it easier for you to craft your videos around what the viewer persona would like, which would make your videos more enjoyable for your entire audience. A good rule of thumb about what you should know about your viewer persona before making your videos is what their age is, what their income level is, what their gender is, how much free time they have, what makes them happy, and what their goals in life are. These kinds of questions for your viewer persona help you to understand what might be going on in their life, what they would want from a video, how long they'll watch a video before they lose their patience, and most importantly, why they would actually click on your video. If you don't have a viewer persona in your head before you make your videos, it can make the content that you create feel disjointed, jarred, or inconsistent. If you want a detailed example of what a viewer persona might actually look like, you can check out the public Google Doc linked in the description below. Mistake is quality. Now, this isn't to judge the kind of videos that you create, but to better understand the reason why the videos you're making are videos that you're actually going to publish. We've already talked about how it's important to stay consistent and on your schedule on YouTube, but this very thing can be the killer of some creators when they start to fall under what's called deadline quality. Deadline quality is when it's getting close to when you're supposed to post a video, but you don't have anything to post. You hurry and cobble something together and just put it out there so that way you can have a video go up on schedule or to feed the algorithm. But the algorithm doesn't know the difference between a video that you spent 10 minutes on and a video you spent 2 months on. And because of this, that deadline quality video that you made is going to be pushed to the same amount of people. And if that video does significantly worse than the majority of videos on your account, then it's going to make YouTube question the quality of the videos you're able to create. This is especially true for newer content creators who don't have a lot of videos for YouTube to judge them off of yet. Now, videos don't have to be perfect, and I'm not saying that your videos have to be 110% before you can ever post them. The fact of the matter is that you get better at making videos over time, and the only way to get better is by making and uploading more videos. So it's not about posting a perfect video. It's about posting a video that you're proud of. The important thing is to find a way to spend the amount of time that you need personally in order to make a video that you're proud of, so that when it goes up, it's the same quality as all the other videos you make. If you always make sure that you have enough time to get videos done at the quality that you like making them at, then you can make sure that you're not going to have the deadline quality issue that can not just drag down that video, but that could drag down your entire account. Now the next mistake is downplaying, and this mindset actually is one of my #1 pet peeves that unfortunately a lot of newer content creators end up falling victim to. When you look around on YouTube and you see all these big content creators with thousands of followers and millions of views, it can be easy to want those stats. And by setting big goals like that, you're more likely to work harder and actually achieve them one day. The problem comes in when you start comparing. Sure, you gained 2 subscribers this week, but your favorite YouTuber just gained 5,000 subscribers, so that means your 2 subscribers don't really mean anything, right? Wrong. Your 2 subscribers mean everything. Every YouTuber that's big right now started out small, getting the exact same kind of stats that you're getting. The progress you make is impressive, and the only thing you should be comparing them against is how you did in the past. But more so, creators who fall into the trap of comparing, more often than not, let this frustration leak into their videos. And when viewers hear things like, well, I only have 5 viewers, so it's not like it matters much, or not many people are gonna see this, so I don't need to put effort into it, it's basically like a slap to their face. It's like you're looking them right in the eyes and say, hey, you don't matter to me. Whether you have 5 viewers, 20 viewers, 100, 1,000, or even hundreds of thousands, each of those numbers is a person. Just like how your viewer persona should feel like a person. They matter to themselves, which means they have to matter to you. Each new number is a good thing that you should be thankful for, and it's that thankfulness that should be making it into your videos, not the frustration. The moment you make a viewer feel like they do not matter to you, they lose interest in you and they lose interest in your content. When you make a new video, whether your stats depress you or whether you wish you had more views, more likes, more subscribers, you do not let them know. Instead, you make them feel welcomed and wanted, and because of this, they will want to support you and your content by watching more videos and liking more of your content so that they become those return viewers that help boost your channel. Mistake 6 is editing. Now, editing across YouTube is going to be different for every genre, and it'll be different of whether you need to have constant cuts, clips, sound effects, music, and anything else inside of it. But all across YouTube, there are some editing standards that are kind of like an unspoken rule that unfortunately a lot of newer YouTubers don't know about. Now, the number one thing that you need to know about in editing is that YouTube's community, aside from the live streaming capabilities, is not people who generally like live stream videos. What I mean by this is the all-encompassing, showing every aspect that went into making this video kind of videos. Think about when you watch a movie. Now, even in slower, like actionless shows, like dramas, you still get to see what the characters are like, what they're thinking, what they're doing, and how the story progresses. But how boring would it be if it showed every aspect of their life? Like them waiting in the elevator, or going to the bathroom, or scrolling on TikTok for 20 minutes as they're trying to wake up, or looking in the fridge for 3 minutes for food when they're trying to think of what they want for breakfast. Now, these aspects are just a part of life, but in the content and entertainment community, they're boring and will kill your watch retention, which will make YouTube want to push your videos even less. Later in this video, we'll talk more about how genre expectations might change the kind of edits you make in your videos, but as a rule of thumb, if there's nothing happening in this part of the video, cut it. Mistake 7 brings us to thumbnails. Now, for those of you who don't know, the thumbnail is the cover that shows on the top of every video before you click on it. Now, thumbnails are so important and such a massive topic that I could literally make multiple videos just about thumbnails. Yet despite being such an important topic, it is probably one of the most hated topics for newer content creators. It's easy to think that thumbnails don't matter much, or that you're not creative enough to make it, or that when you start making enough money from YouTube, you could just pay someone to make your thumbnails for you. But your thumbnail and title are actually some of the biggest factors of how well your video performs. What you need to understand about YouTube content creators is that if no one has seen your channel before and has no idea that you even exist, which is the case for most newer YouTubers, then your thumbnail is their first impression of you. And that itty bitty picture of yours in the sea of itty bitty thumbnails is the only way that your video will get attention. And that single thumbnail could be the difference between them clicking on it, watching your video, and becoming a subscriber for the next 7 years, and them never seeing your channel in the first place. Thumbnails are the deciding factor for whether or not someone is going to watch your video. If your thumbnail is just one of YouTube's automatic screen captures, a screenshot of something you were working on, or just some random picture that you pulled off of the internet, it will give a viewer absolutely no reason of why they would want to click on your video in the first place. When your video shows up on the homepage, or in the recommended section, or in the search, this is what's called impressions. And YouTube will track these impressions and will compare it to how many people actually click on it when they see it. The people who click on your videos after having an impression are called conversions, and having a higher conversion rate will make YouTube want to push your videos more and show it to even more people. This will get you more views, likes, and subscribers. So you should be spending a decent amount of time on every thumbnail and thinking about your viewer persona as you go about it. You need to think about honestly, why would this viewer persona or your target audience, why would they be clicking on your video? And what other videos might be showing up as thumbnails next to yours? You need to make your thumbnail stand out to make sure that yours is the one that gets clicked on. Most of the time, you should consider having 3 to 5 words on your thumbnail that aren't just repeating your title. You should have your face or your character somewhere on the screen to give them something to look at and make it feel more personable. You should also consider having an arrow or a call to action that's big enough for them to see even when it's just an itty bitty thumbnail. And bright colors. You want it to stand out and you want it to look fun. You don't want it to look boring or like anybody could have done it. You don't just need your thumbnail to stick out, but it needs to create some kind of interest about your video that can only be solved by watching your video. If you don't create kind of an immediate attention grab and some interest in your thumbnail, your video will not get watched. Mistake number 8 is expectations, but specifically genre expectations. This one is kind of a catch-all for all the other top mistakes we've talked about so far in this video. Oftentimes, newer YouTubers will make videos, edit them, and publish them to their own capabilities following the format in their brain. And that's fine most of the time. What you need to know is that genres are the topic or category that your videos fall under, like traveling. And genre expectations are what people who like to view those kind of content are expecting to see in those videos. Let's say you like making variety gaming videos revolving mostly around role-playing games. That means people who like watching your videos are also watching Lauren's Eastside, Cub Scouts, Jacksepticeye, and It's Funny. This means that they're expecting videos that are usually 10 to 30 minutes in length with thumbnails that have overly expressive emotional faces and all caps in the titles and on the thumbnails, and usually like some kind of pop-up of something from the game. All of these things I mentioned are general expectations for the genre of variety gaming. And what this says to a viewer who likes watching these kind of videos is the moment they see those things on the thumbnail and in the title, it says, hey, this is the kind of video for me. Now don't get me wrong, this isn't saying to just copy what everybody else is doing, but this is saying that these are the generally expected terms of people who make these videos. So if you step too far out of the bounds, it means that when people are looking for videos and they see yours in the list, something about your video will put them off and make them think that your video is not the right one for them. Like if they usually watch videos that are in the 10 to 30 minute range and then your video is 2 hours long, they're gonna automatically think, that one's not for me. An easy way to find what your genre expectations are for the type of genre that you make is to go on Google and type top, and then type in your genre, and then type in your language that you speak, YouTubers. Then you just go into YouTube and type those names in. By researching these accounts, you can write down things like how long their videos are, what kind of thumbnails they have, the length of their titles, their capitalization in their titles, and even what kind of aspects they include on their thumbnail. You can use this research that you gain to better craft your content. By doing this, you can keep your content still unique to you and what you like to create, but still following under what the viewer is expecting and keeping it relevant to them so that they like your video and still click on it. Mistake number 9 is post-upload. Unfortunately, most newer YouTubers fall under the mindset of upload and unload. This is where you made the video, edited it, uploaded it, polished it, and made sure it was up before schedule, and then you're done, right? You don't need to worry about that video anymore. But that's actually where you end up killing your video's chances of actually doing well. After you publish your video, there are 3 main things you need to make sure you do with every upload. You need to make sure you respond, promote, and learn. Responding just means that if anyone comments on any of your videos, making sure you give them a thoughtful response, liking their comment, maybe even creator hearting and pinning it. This will just make your viewers feel more connected to you as a creator and more likely to watch more of your videos and interact on future videos. Promoting is just simply letting people know that you had a new video go up. This can be as simple as telling your friends and family, posting a story on Instagram, or even sharing a link on Discord, or a million other options. The point of this is to tell as many people as you can that fall into your target audience who would be interested in watching these kind of videos anyways, so that they can better boost your video. It's imperative that the people you're bringing to watch your video are people who like that kind of content, because it will help YouTube understand what kind of people to show your videos to. So if you're bringing in people who don't really watch that kind of content and aren't really interested in it, but they're only watching it because you made it, then that means YouTube's going to be really confused about who to show your videos to, and it will show it to the wrong people, which means you'll end up getting a lot less clicks on your impression, which will make YouTube push your video less. As I mentioned before, YouTube pushes your video the most during the first 24 hours that your video is up, so it's imperative that you also push your video and promote it to these kind of people that fit your target audience, so it gets the most amount of views it can during that 24 hours, that it continues to get views and interactions after that point. Then is learning. YouTube has one of the best analytical systems on social media platforms that can give you information on your channel as well as each individual video. By going into each video and checking the analytics for them and working to understand what the numbers mean, you can then start testing different strategies to see what your viewers respond to best, so that way you can get better views, likes, and subscribers from each upload that you do. And finally, our 10th mistake, the WIBUS, also known as the when I blow up syndrome. I saved this mistake for last because I believe it is one of the biggest factors stopping your account from getting big. The when I blow up syndrome is basically the I'll worry about it when I get bigger mindset. Similar to downplaying your audience, the WIBUS is when a creator takes on this idea that they have to either make it big, have a video go viral, or reach certain stats before they can do X, Y, or Z. Like thinking once I get monetized, I'll start planning out my videos more, or once I hit 100 subscribers, that's when I'm going to start editing my videos. or any variation of the same idea. I've seen so many YouTubers with this plan that once they reach a certain stat or once they blow up, they're going to change something massive about their channel or their content. Like they plan to start putting more effort into their videos, or they plan to start niching down or adding in more variety, or even that they're going to switch what kind of genre they're making their videos for. But there is a massive flaw in this kind of thinking. As you get bigger and you grow your audience, you're doing three main things. You're developing a specific audience, you're developing a specific skill set for these kinds of videos, and you're telling YouTube what kind of people you're supposed to be showing your videos to. The people who watch your videos and subscribe along the way are doing it because they like the kind of content that you're currently creating. Which means if you switch the kind of content you're creating, you're gonna lose your audience, and over time it would be like you didn't even build up an audience in the first place. And the videos that you're making right now are helping you to be better at making the kind of videos you're making right now. So if you end up switching what kind of videos you're creating, it means you won't have the skill set to make the same quality of videos that you're used to making. And most importantly, you've trained the YouTube algorithm all along the way to show your videos to a specific kind of people. And if you end up changing what kind of videos you create or who they're for, then YouTube's not going to know who to show it to, and your views will tank drastically. Your future plans are not possible if you do not change your present strategy. I'm going to say that again because I think it is the most important thing you could take from this entire video. If you do not change what you are doing right now, you will not achieve what you want to do in the future. By having when I blow up syndrome, your priorities will be skewed, your content will be misdirected, and your efforts will be wasted. Your future plans will fail if you do not have your present plans working towards building up that future. Now that we've talked about the top 10 mistakes that most new YouTubers make, and you've maybe identified with some of them along the way, we need to talk about what the next step is. Genre expectations, content ideas, audience, planning, filming, posting, editing, polishing, everything revolves around one specific thing: your channel. Your next step is to sit down and seriously think about what your YouTube channel currently is and what you want it to be. Content creation is hard, and so it's important that you make sure that you love what you're doing. Every aspect of being a creator revolves around the channel that you're creating and the audience that will be drawn to it. Once you figure out what your channel currently is and what you want it to be, you can start working towards breaking down these mistakes and working on them one by one using all the different things we've talked about in order to make your content the best that it can be and what you want it to be. All you need to do is take it one problem at a time. Being a YouTuber is hard, and it can feel like you're supposed to be an expert before you even post your first video. I felt the exact same way when I first started out, and I had a hard time finding the information that I needed or making connections with others like me. So if you have any questions at all whatsoever, you can comment down below or reach out to me over Discord or email, and I would be more than happy to help. You can also join a creators-only Discord server that's specifically meant for newer creators just like you to find others in your genre and niche and make friends and collaborators. I made what I wish existed back when I was in your shoes. It's free to join and welcome to everyone, and I would absolutely love it if you stopped by. Now, it's time to get started on your content creation journey, so check out this video if you want a step-by-step guide of how to create a YouTube channel and upload your very first video, or check out this playlist on more information on YouTube in general. Until next time, creators, bye!